carry on with a few more top stories as we may.
Yes.
Good friend of mine, Gemma Atkinson, has created quite a stir because she talked about the fact that when she's been as a mum, she's a brilliant mum to her 2 children, that one of the things she decided to do was to teach the oldest child, who had been pinching his little sister, a lesson that she was going to pinch him back to let him understand the importance.
I think it was the other way, wasn't it? Wasn't it the little one?
No. I think it was the big one to the little one. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it was... little one to the big one.
I think.
But the reality was she was trying to be instructive in a physical way as to so the child can understand exactly what happens when you pinch your sibling. Well, so just firstly, because Gemma's a friend of mine, and basically what she said, she put this story out there and she got an incredible amount of support from lots of people that follow her. She's got a really engaged following, and talking about the fact that actually this is something that they do. They found it's a really instructive way of helping their children to understand the realities of actually using some sort of physical technique to sort of hurt their siblings or friends.
And the youngest child is 1?
1, exactly, and that was who she was trying to teach.
So, for me, and I realise she's a friend of yours, so there's, you know... I wouldn't pinch my 1-year-old to tell my 1-year-old not to pinch. I just think that's too young. And I think if... I would never hit my children if they are misbehaving. I wouldn't smack them. I've never smacked them. And I... Partly because... Not because I haven't wanted to. Oh, my God, sometimes. But I think the idea of violence begetting violence, that you resolve things through hitting them, I just don't think works. And I think when you're in those situations where things are going out of control and you need to restore some order as mum or dad, hitting them shows a lack of control. And for a 1-year-old, I think that's very young to be pinched by mum. But I can empathise with the situation in which that would happen.
The question ends up coming, doesn't it, Giles? Because it's a very different era when we were being brought up, and smacking was certainly very prevalent in my house. And you know, until it got to the age where it became quite funny because it didn't hurt and my mum couldn't catch me.
Yeah.
She wanted to hit me a lot.
Yeah.
But the reality is that when you've got trying to explain to a small child the vagaries and the importance of not doing stuff like that, actually doing it in a practical way that is a safe way and not a painful way, and clearly Gemma's going to be careful about this, can be much more instructive than trying to use words and trying to get them to discuss it, because actually they don't necessarily understand those concepts.
2 things to say. First, I must apologise to my friend Gemma Atkinson because I sent her a text this morning saying we're going to be discussing this story.
Gemma Atkinson, funny girl, Gemma Atkinson.
Yeah, wonderful actress, brilliant actress. And I thought,
critic.
So I've sent her a little text saying, you know...
she'll be really confused.
She will be totally.
It's been a long night.
Sorry, Gemma.
If you're watching, I'm so sorry, wrong Gemma. I think probably, too, wrong reaction. I still remember, many years ago now, with our firstborn, getting so frustrated at something he was doing that I'd say I dropped him on the bed, but actually I threw him onto the bed. I was so tired after the long nights, etc. The fact that comes into my head in relation to this shows that I'm still brooding about it, even though it's more than 40 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it's a good rule not to do physical things to your children. We were brought up, well, I was brought up in an era where actually people occasionally were given the slipper.
Yeah,
you know, bedroom slipper.
That.
Or the cane. My dad got the cane at school
Can
too.
you believe that? Can you believe that we lived in that?
But parents doing it, or even smacking you on the hand.
No, it was at school.
And I think when I was a little boy, maybe my mum did occasionally smack me on the hand. And the reason that people have supported your friend is simply that, you know, we've been parents.
We can all understand.
We know what it's like. You do get infuriated. And also, no, don't pinch her. This is what happens if you do pinch somebody.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah. That's what happened. And it's over and done with. Yeah. So that, I think, we can understand and accept. I think what we're saying is the general rule, though, physical punishment is not a good idea.
To be fair to Gemma, she sort of turned around and said that I think the problem was the headlines and the way it was written made it sound like she's been absolutely vilified and she's being... And she said that's just not the case. She's had incredible support from the people that she's engaged with, and she's a brilliant mum. You know, you can see her with her kids. She's an amazing mum and they are amazing kids. And it's kind of one of those things. Everybody's only trying to do their best, right? And you're trying to find a way through this.
I think that's right, and that's why it's quite hard to judge, isn't it? Other parents, from and all this sort of judgmental dads and mums saying, "Oh, well, I wouldn't do like that." It's a choice, and you can choose to parent your children in the way which you see fit for them, and good luck to you. It's why, you know, when you go to a restaurant and you see parents with 2 children there and they're looking at their screens, no judgment, good luck to you. You need that moment in the restaurant to have them.
You never know what's happened before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So It's very difficult to judge. That's not a choice.
Oh,
I would
hello.
make.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.